Hello students, welcome back to your geography class. So we were studying manufacturing industries and we did iron and steel industry last. Then I had told you all to do some map work last week. Now where we begin today is we are going to pick up from where I want to actually, before we start with the chapter, I want to really appreciate the work you all have sent me last week. And it's just so nice. I'm so glad. I have shown it to most of my family members and I have shown them the amount of hard work you're putting into it. And let me tell you, I am very proud of it. I love the effort you all have put in, and not only the growing plant, but also the drawing and coloring you all have done is beautiful. When I had shared the slideshow with you all and asked you all to do the art integration in your notebook, I was very skeptical because I was like, I'm not with the children. I don't know if I'll be able to explain to them what they need to do. But seeing your work, I feel a job well done. I'm patting myself on the back right now because you all have done a great job and I feel achieved to have explained it to you well enough. So before we start the chapter, I'm going to display some pictures that were very eye-catching. There were many more. It was a tough job to select, okay, but I want to really display these images here to appreciate all the work that you all have done. Okay, so don't feel disheartened if you don't see yourselves here. I have got it, and then you all, I'm sure when you all get your assignment, or if you all have already got your assignment, you all have seen I have given you all individual feedback. I have written to each and one of you what I have truly felt for your work. These were the girls and the boys who have grown a plant. I see one of them have, I don't think Preet really must have grown that in the last few days, but still he must have nurtured it. You know, he must have seen the soil type, he must have understood the amount of water to be put, just like all of you all have. Just look at that. That looks so nice. And the smiles on your faces, they brighten my day. Wow. Congratulations to have been featured here. And all those who didn't, don't worry, we're going to have so many more assignments and you all will definitely get featured there. Okay, next one. These were the art integration activities that you all did and I am bowled over. Look at that, rice, wheat, sugarcane, coffee is a plantation crop. Wheat, just look at all the things I've grown, and cotton. Wow, I love the idea of putting cotton out there, like literally out there. And in that small other cotton that she's written those words and they actually are perfect pointers. I love this. I think these kind of notes will make you all go back to your notebooks again. So we'll make it a point, okay, even if I don't tell you all, but when we are doing any sort of notebook work, any sort of notes writing, and you all want to go ahead and do this, feel free. I give you all the open hand, okay? So we are on whenever we do, because I understand the notebook becomes very boring if I just have to say, check words. You know, you all are going to make my life so much bright by just putting in some color out there. I love all this. Okay, now going ahead to some bloopers. You know what are bloopers? These were 3 images put up by 3 different people claiming to have grown the same plant. I am confused. Or am I? I've given these children, I'm not going to take names. This is just to let you all know that we understand the kind of cheat work you all try to do. This is not done. This is not, I'm not glad or happy with this at all. This is not what is expected. You know, there were students who have not grown a plant and they have been honest about it. And I want to appreciate those students. I like it. I like when you're honest. That's good. And you all still have time to grow a plant. Okay, you all have the entire year left. This is important activity. Please take part in it, participate, grow a plant, and you will realize the kind of efforts that you all put, the amount of, attachment you all will have with that plant. This is not done. Anyone will see this picture has been taken by 3 different angles and it has been put up by different people. I'm not taking any names here, but whoever has done this is not done. This is not appreciated. This will not be accepted. Although this assignment was not graded, next week, this week onwards, the assignments are going to be graded. And if this kind of work comes in, I will not mark it. I will not grade it. I'm going to put it up as plagiarism, and it's going to be you all will have to redo the entire thing again. So don't partake all these things, okay? And now coming up for the appreciation, there was one child who took the effort of making a collage of all the images of growing a plant for the, like I had told you all initially only, when you grow a plant, take pictures at intervals. And even I think Mahi, when she uploaded her picture, she's taken it from her notebook where she has stuck these pictures. Okay, I figured that. But there was one person who made a collage of this and then uploaded it. And I appreciated it. I loved it. I love this, Mithri. This was so smart. She literally taken the effort and look how gorgeous that plant has grown. You can literally see the growing process, the growth there. So this is where this is experiential learning. This is where you experience the learning, and you know that Mithi's taken care. She's watered it. She's looked into the soil. You know, in case there was a hindrance or an obstacle, she's overcome that, and that's the whole learning process. So with this, the exhibition of your work will end here, and we will jump into the chapter. So just before I go there, kudos to all of you, all, even the ones who wrote not attempted on a piece of paper and click. That's fine. Being honest is good, better than cheating. Yes, I appreciate everything that you all have done. Every child has taken a lot of effort to have done the form, and I appreciate that. Next, this week onwards, please, you will have to work more, and you all will give me more better work, because now you all have shown me what I can expect out of you all. Okay, so now we will start with the chapter. So last class we finished with aluminium. We finished with iron and steel industry. Today we are going to be learning about aluminium smelting. Okay. About aluminium smelting, it is the second most important metallurgical industry in India. Okay. It is light, it is resistant to corrosion, it is a good conductor of heat, it is malleable, and it becomes strong when it is mixed with other metals. So on its own, aluminium is very clayey and very malleable, but it becomes strong when you mix other metals to it. It becomes very strong. Otherwise, aluminium is very light. So aluminium smelting industry will go in the light part. It is used to manufacture, of course, aircraft, utensils and wires. They will not come in light. They will go in heavy. But aluminium will be the raw material over there. So aluminium is used to manufacture aircraft, utensils and wires. It has gained popularity as a substitute of steel, copper, zinc and lead in a number of industries. It can substitute all of these metals. Aluminium smelting plants in the country are located in Odisha, West Bengal, Kerala, Uttar Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, and Tamil Nadu. In 2008-2009, India produced over 15.29 lakh million tons of aluminium. Bauxite, the raw material that is used in the smelters, is very bulky. It is dark reddish colored rock. Regular supply of electricity and assured source of raw material at minimum cost, these are the two main prime factors for the location of the industry. Okay, so these two, they help us decide where the industry will be mostly there. The process of aluminium industry, process of manufacturing aluminium industry is given to you in your textbook. On page number 74, bauxite, which is the raw material, is transported or shipped to the factory. Over there, bauxite is crushed and alumina is dissolved out of it. And then finally, bulk ore is shipped to the site to smelter it. Calcinated petroleum coke from a refinery and pitch from a colliery. And finally, aluminium smelter is where aluminium is smelted and then it is further provided to the industries that need it as a raw material. Okay, so approximately 4 to 6 tons of bauxite will give us 2 tons of alumina, and 2 tons of alumina will give us only 1 ton of aluminium. Okay, so that is aluminium smelting industry. Next is chemical industries. Now, chemical industry in India is fast growing and diversifying. It contributes approximately 3% of GDP. It is the third largest in Asia and it occupies the 12th place in the world in terms of its size. It comprises both large and small scale manufacturing units. The chemical industry is its own largest consumer. Why? Because basic chemicals, they undergo processing to further produce other chemicals. And these other chemicals are used for industrial application, agriculture, or directly for consumer market. So in chemical industry, they themselves are their own largest consumers. Okay, there are 2 types of chemicals, organic and inorganic. Organic chemicals include petrochemicals, which are used for manufacturing of synthetic fibers, synthetic rubber, plastic, dyestuff, drugs, and pharmaceuticals. Organic chemical plants are located near oil refineries or petrochemical plants. And inorganic chemicals, they include sulfuric acid, which is used to manufacture fertilizers, synthetic fibers, plastic, adhesives, paints, dyestuffs, nitric acid, alkalis, soda ash, which is used to make glass, soap, and detergents and paper, and caustic soda. These industries are widely spread all over the country. Okay. This brings us to fertilizer industry. Now, fertilizer industry is centered around the production of nitrogenous fertilizers, that is mainly urea. Okay, the first fertilizer plant in India was set up at Ranipat in Tamil Nadu in 1906. The fertilizer industry is centered around the production of nitrogenous fertilizers, that is mainly urea, phosphatic fertilizers, and ammonium phosphate, and complex fertilizers which have a combination of nitrogen, phosphate, and potash. Potash is completely imported because our country does not have any reserves. Okay. India is the third largest producer of the nitrogenous fertilizer. At present, there are 10 public sector undertakings and 1 in the cooperative sector at Hazira in Gujarat under the Fertilizer Corporation of India. Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, and Kerala produce more than half of the total fertilizer production in India. So these 5, that is Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, and Kerala, they produce more than 50% of the production of fertilizers in India. And Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka are other important producers because of the easy availability of natural gas. The fertilizer industry is widely spread in the country. Production. India produces about 1 million tons of nitrogenous, 4 million tons of phosphatic, and 1.7 million tons of potassic fertilizers. The country is required to import the potassium from abroad because we do not have any reserves of commercial use or any potassium compounds of any form in India. Okay, there are 57 fertilizer units manufacturing nitrogenous and complex nitrogenous fertilizers. Out of the 57, 29 are for urea, 9 are for ammonium sulfate, okay, and 68 are the small units, okay, they are for single super phosphate. There are 10 in the public sector undertakings, and we know that one is there in the corporate sector, that is at Hazira in Gujarat, and they all fall under Fertilizer Corporation of India. This particular industry, that is fertilizer industry, expanded a lot after the Green Revolution. Okay, and after that, it has become a big, it has got a big boost in its production. All right. So with this, I end today's class. We have done 3 other industries today. So continue doing the great work, you all are. Concentrate on all the subject enrichment activities of all subjects. Okay, no homework to you all. Stay home, stay safe, focus on your SEAs. Okay, next week again we have assignments, assignments or multiple intelligence or something is coming up. So just relax, don't stress. I will not give you all any more work, and if I give you work, it will be done during the class time. Okay, stay home, stay safe, take care, and keep learning. Thank you.